Well, hello, and welcome to Michael Plays the Classics. I didn't realize that this was a screen that was up while I was waiting. I thought I had my waiting screen. So, me sitting here eating candy and scrolling on the internet was some kind of weird performance art piece, I guess. I don't know. My apologies. Again, I'm not new at this, but I am bad at this. Anyways, welcome to Michael Plays the Classics. I'm replaying some of the games I played as a youngster that I really enjoyed. I'm currently about 70%, I think, through Shining Force 1, which was from the original Sega Genesis that came out in the early 90s. Yesterday, I got Baby Blue, which is the Baby Blue Dragon that you get. I spent some time off air leveling, and I've gotten now every one of my characters are promoted, including the dragon that can be promoted. Apparently, Domingo cannot be promoted. Um, and I accidentally got my main character killed, so I lost half my gold, but I still have way more than I ever will need. And at this point, I don't really foresee a need to do a lot more grinding. I think I'm high enough level and I've got all my characters where I kind of want them. I might change my mind, but for the most part, I'm ready to just sort of keep going in the game. So with that, we're going to jump back into it and we're going to go through and actually beat that boss battle or the fight that I was in yesterday. So let's get to it. So I had mentioned when I was fighting, is it Balbazak? It was one of the more recent but previous sort of boss battles where you get the ship, where there was this weird kind of AI glitch or exploit where he wouldn't move. So if you put a ranged character, a space away from him and shot him, he would just stand there and he regenerated. So that was one of the ways that I was able to level up some of my ranger characters or ranged characters. Is I would just put him there and let him shoot him, and then he would um, regenerate. Hey, Sumkey. Um, and this battle, that doesn't happen. This guy is a little bit more aggressive. He'll actually come after you, and that's what happened. And how I accidentally got my main character killed and lost half my gold is yeah, he came right out and just one-shotted my main character. So as you can see, I have went ahead and promoted Kale. He's now a hero. So this is his quote unquote final form. And I also found out, I thought that the level cap was 20 and then 10, but one of my characters is now 11 after promotion. So maybe it's 20 and 20. I don't recall 100%, but it seems like maybe there is a little bit more room to grow with some of these characters. We shall see. I want to try to get all the casters and clerics out of the way as quick as I can. Yeah, so Domingo's still leveling up. Kind of a waste here, but I really do want to get rid of these. Oh, he evaded, so I guess it wasn't a waste because he missed anyways. Chris is definitely not a frontline fighter, but she does have that holy staff, which is going to increase her damage output pretty significantly. Excuse me. Yes, I'm very excited. As I've said, no matter which way I decided, I felt like I would probably end up regretting it. And I still feel that way to a point. I'm nervous and I'm scared, but I think I would rather try to have it and regret that than decide not to have it and then regret that, if it makes sense. Now, obviously, if we have it and then a bunch of people get sick or something else terrible like that happens, and that will cloud it certainly. But um, it seems like right now with the numbers is if you're vaccinated, you're not completely safe, but you're fairly safe. And while we're not requiring vaccinations, I hope that most of the people who come are people who feel comfortable coming because they've had their vaccination. So I don't know. It's super exciting. I'm glad that we're doing it, but I'm still nervous, and I'll be nervous until it's over probably, and then even some after that. But yeah, the wheels are already in motion. Lots of things are happening, and uh, I haven't actually ordered anything yet because I still need to make sure that the Kickstarter funds. But I've got like the T-shirt orders pretty much ready to go. The dice order, which again I posted the dice on the Twitter poll and Facebook. It's one of those 6 is going to be the one for this year. We're still going to get last year's dice as well, but those were already um, picked out. So it's just a matter of completing that order. But yeah, there's lots of stuff that are like wheels are in motion, and even though that's a lot of work, it's fun work. It's it keeps me active and engaged, and I enjoy that part of it. I don't enjoy all the aspects of it, but I enjoy some of that stuff. If I didn't, I probably would not be doing this every year. Well, hello, Foxblade. Welcome to the show. So here's Baby Blue, my dragon, who's actually sort of whitish color, it looks like on this screen, but yeah. But between Baby Blue and Domingo, I feel like those are the only 2 characters that I actually need anymore. Maybe a healer, just in case things go sideways. But they are just so almost stupidly powerful. That's the first time I've seen that character attack since they got promoted, so I did not remember that it turned into a car and ran over you. That is 2 parts hilarious and 2 parts disturbing. Alrighty, so Xylo needs some health. He's fine. Well, she needs to be the one to give him health. He's fine. Arthur needs some health. She's fine. Henri's fine. Kale needs a little bit, not much. Luke is fine. Blue is fine. It is so much fun. Like, I'm really glad that I got this game again, Gygar. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Now, the way I'm playing it is I got this Sega Genesis Ultimate Collection. I think I got it, it's like 12, 15 bucks off Amazon or something. And it has like, 30 or 50 games. And then I just got a copy off the emulator. So it's attainable for a very reasonable amount, particularly if you're, not interested in streaming it. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to breaking out Shining Force 2, which I'm pretty much going to do after this. I think I've already decided that I'm going to do that next, and then I will probably jump to Eye of the Beholder. I think that is my plan. There we go. Oh man, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. Ah, did not mean to do that. Yeah, I played so much Eye of the Beholder, and it's, it's a wonky, I guess, 16-bit game, but it's another one of those I just have such fond memories for that I'm looking forward to breaking it out again and giving it a shot. I find it kind of funny that his attack is he turns into a car and runs over people, but he can still do it ranged. Whereas Xylo makes like a metaphysical manifestation of the wolf spirit attack you, but he has to be right next to you to do that. That seems weird. But hey, whatever. Haven't had Gong get on the action here physically for a while. Let's see how this goes. Honestly, expected a little bit more. I expected Gong to one-shot that. So here's Xylo. So again, he does this sort of like wolf spirits, and he missed again. I guess that's why he can't do it ranged. He just his aim is off. He's not super close. He misses more often, maybe. These Duran things, I have to say, kind of freak me out a little bit. They're a little weird looking with the whole centaur, but I have a giant face on my chest. And that priest must have a high evasion. Always sounded by some key. Blue didn't miss, but he didn't take him out either. Okay. So this guy here is kind of a BA. Let me say he one-shotted my main character a couple battles before. So I do want to be kind of cautious here. I don't want to give him an avenue to get to my main character. right, Xylo, don't miss this time, buddy. There we go. So Domingo has one of my highest defenses, so if there's anybody I want him to attack, it's Domingo. Nice, solid hit. You couldn't stop him if he wants to. He's going to do it. All right, yeah, that definitely worked out better, and we got a level out of it too. That's great. Oh, my mask is breaking. The enemy becomes the friend trope. Okay, let's check this shrine. So I need a friend. The power of friendship. Whoops. This seems like a setup. Like maybe he's actually helpful, but I kind of feel like he's still working for him. And then this they got me out of the way, so they could be like, ha ha, and then get, you know, just me, just me. So do I leave the village? No, it doesn't seem like that's what I need to do. Yikes. Okay. So I don't know what to do. Hmm. So let's just walk in circles for a few minutes. Oh. There's a place, but I'm pretty sure I've already been there. I don't know that I need to go back, but... Alright, apparently I need to go talk to Karen. Maybe she'll have something to say. Alright, I think Karen might be the one in the library. Let's see if I can find that again. Only if you have to. I worked in retail. I've definitely spoken to my share of Karens in my time. Yes. All right, so I need the Chaos Breaker, and I need to get to a certain point to raise a city, but I don't know what else to do. Blue is great. Sounds cool. Already talked to Karen. Okay, so now I can't leave this city. So there must be something here I have to do. So there must be someone else I have to talk to. So let's try talking to Karen again. Okay, so I need to go to prompt south of here. Does that mean I now have a boat? Did she give me a boat? Is that what this is a boat? Is it a boat? Don't know how to go south. Can I talk to one of these people? So maybe now I can leave. Okay, yep. So now I can leave. So I need to go south. Ah, here we go. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, there's Demon Castle. Okay. It's a big map. All right, so, okay. So the last couple of fights I've had out in the quote-unquote wilderness, there have been like these ambush attacks where creatures just appear out of the ground. So I kind of expect something like that will happen here. All right, let's see what kind of damage this gargoyle does. Just one. That's good. That's what I was hoping for. Alrighty. Boom. Maybe we'll get lucky and this free spell will take it out. Nice. So is anybody going to see Fast 9 this weekend? I'm actually considering it. Maybe trying to go at an off time when there's like no one in the theater. I'm not a huge fan of the Fast and Furious movies. Like I think the first one's actually pretty good. You know, it's basically a Point Break remake, but that's nothing wrong with that. And then 2, 3, and 4, I don't even know if I could tell you what happens in any of them. I don't really care. And then the fifth one, the whole franchise seemed to change, and it basically became a D&D game. And from that point on, it got kind of fun, and it's just getting more and more ridiculous. Uh, but I rather enjoy. I think it's 5 or 7, one of those two. I think it's just great. It's so stupid, but it's so stupid in the right kind of way that it's a ton of fun to watch if you just turn your brain off and enjoy it. Hashtag family. That's my Vin Diesel impersonation. Um, but yeah, I think it can be an enjoyable time at the theater. So, well, I hope you enjoy it, Sumke. I don't know for sure that I will get to go this weekend or not, but I'm certainly going to try if I can find the time. Boom. So the first one's actually pretty good. It's a semi-serious kind of thing. It doesn't have any of this overt silliness and over the top action that the rest of them have. And it is almost basically a shot for shot remake of Point Break, except instead of surfers, it's race car drivers or street car drivers. And it's again well done, well acted. The script's good, and it's a lot of fun to watch. And then it goes into some really weird places after that, but they're still enjoyable in its own way. But I encourage people to watch the first one like unironically, just watch it and enjoy the movie. And then starting with 5, go in there and just think, this is a D&D game. Maybe D20 modern. But the things that the characters in the movie do are exactly the sort of things that I would do in a D&D adventure. Like there's no basis in reality. It's just, this would be so much fun to see. I think the thing that sort of cemented it for me that's what was going on. And again, I think this is in 5 or it's in 7. But there's a part, and sorry for spoilers, but these are pretty minor. There is someone that someone is after, and I'm not trying to be vague, I don't remember. but I know that somebody's being chased by someone else, and the crew is trying to protect that person. And they're basically playing sort of like a game of keep away with all their various cars, right? And there's a part where the person that's being chased is in one car, and there's another car, and they come at each other. And while they're under a bridge, so they can't be seen by like the people in the helicopters, they start doing donuts around each other. And while they're doing donuts around each other, the lady goes from one car to the other. Absolutely nonsensical. But when I saw that, I'm like, that is exactly something that I would do in a D&D game. Like, okay, we have two carriages and we're trying to hide the noblewoman. How about we go at each other, and like I can 100% see myself coming up with that version of a plan in a role-playing game. And it's there's enough that could work element that it's believable but not realistic. And I was like, okay, I'm in. Like that was the scene where I was 100% just okay. I'm going to enjoy these movies now. I'm gonna try not to think about them too much. I think the second part of that is it's the one where The Rock is in the cast, and he like joins. He kind of becomes like an ally rather than opposition, and then he gets his arm broke earlier in the movie, and he's got a cast on his arm, and he just like flexes out of it. I'm like, oh god, that is so dumb. But yet again, I can totally see myself as like playing a barbarian doing that sort of thing. So with the right mindset, the movies are incredibly fun to watch. Well, the good news is if you do want to check any of them out, Gygar, um, I'm sure the first 8 of them, 9 if you count Hobbs and Shaw, I'm sure they're on streaming somewhere. Or you can, rent them or get, maybe. I use Hoopla, which is like a digital library app, so I get to watch some things for free that way. I'm sure there's ways you could get a hold of these movies without having to go outside very long, at least. I just watched 13th Warrior yesterday or the day before. We're covering it in an upcoming film studies, and I watched that on Hoopla because it was free. And that is a wild movie, let me tell you. I enjoyed it with an upward tick kind of a thing, but I'm really interested in talking to the other people that are going to be doing it. I think Grant, who's was here earlier at least, I think he's going to be one of the people I talk to about it. I definitely want to talk to other people about it. So, but you should definitely look into Hoopla. If you have a library around you, which I assume you do somewhere, um, most libraries have a digital service that you can sign up for, and then you can basically get like digital copies of comic books and movies and audio books, whatever. Again, if your internet sucks, my internet sucks really bad too, but I can manage it. It download's actually not bad, I should say. It's my upload that's terrible, terrible. But yeah, I'm a big believer in Hoopla. It lets me read a lot of comics, some audiobooks, some movies, and it's completely free if you have a library card for whatever library you go under. My mother-in-law has a different service because she got it from a different library, but it's essentially the same thing. There's probably permissions that are different. Like I'm sure Hoopla has some things and her thing has different things, but I've been very impressed with the service. Again, it's free, so all about that. Yeah. So I'm looking at my stream. Yeah, it's going from green to red. So it is probably a little stuttery. My apologies for that. But again, my internet's terrible, and unfortunately, there's not a lot I can do about it. Someday, though, someday, I hope that a different company will come into my area and offer me the service that I would like at a much cheaper price. I saw a Spectrum van the other day driving out towards my house, and I think I've mentioned before, I'm like 1 mile away from the last whatever they call it, port, or there's a term for it. I can't think of what it is right now. Connection, whatever. Um, and I just keep thinking maybe they'll come on out. You know, they're building more and more houses. I think I've added 3 or 4 houses in my neighborhood since I've moved in. There's lots for more. There's one being built, actually 2 being built right now that are either in my neighborhood or adjacent. Um, it would just be fabulous if they would come in and say, here's much better internet for like a third of what you pay right now. I would be so happy. Some key, I've been turning down the quality since I started. See, that's the level jokes you get from me. And this little bit of a bottleneck situation here with this mountain thing. Yeah, I approached them at one time. I ended up talking to a manager, and like I said, what would it cost me to pay you to do that? And they just said it wasn't an option. Apparently, there's some rights situation where Access Cable has essentially they have a monopoly on this area. Like they said, they weren't allowed to compete with them. I don't understand. Like capitalism kind of sucks in a lot of ways. So here's a chance for it to work in my favor, and it won't. Because if I'm willing to pay for their service, why aren't they willing to give it to me? I don't know if Comcast and Spectrum are the same thing. I feel like maybe they are, but I don't know for sure. But Spectrum is what I had in Cincinnati, and it's not the greatest service in the world, but it's much better than what I have now, and it's much cheaper than what I have now. So I would be thrilled to be able to get Spectrum/Comcast right now. But I'm hopeful that may change. Like if enough people move out here, that it would be worth it for them to just do whatever they need to do to move into the area. Because I don't think Spectrum should be allowed to just exist. Like, well, the service sucks, their cost is way too high, but if no one is allowed to compete with them, then that doesn't make sense to me. I wasn't sure. I don't know how that works. But I don't care. Either one of them. Yeah. So I pay $130 a month just for internet. And the download speed's actually good. I really don't have any complaints about the download speed. It's like 140 up to 200 megabit. It goes out occasionally. I have to reboot our router, but nothing that I can't deal with. But my upload speed is like 5 or 6. Sometimes it'll go up to 7 or 8. Sometimes it goes down as low as less than 1. And that's what is causing the stream issues. Yeah, 130 is a crap ton. The people who live 1 mile away from me pay $50 a month. So literally almost a third. And the download's about the same, but the upload is like 25. So if we could move, our house 1 mile, whatever direction that is, west, we would cut, was it $80 off of our monthly internet service and increase our quality like more than double. It's infuriating. And what's really bad, this really makes me bad. And I've said this before and I apologize, but we're on the subject, so I'll cover it. So when we bought the house, like my wife works from home. And so she has to have reliable internet. And the people we bought the house from is like, you can't get good internet out here. These are the only options. And I kind of thought they were wrong. Like I was just like, that's not true. I'm sure Spectrum covers this area. So I called Spectrum. I'm like, hey, can you double check that you service our address? Because we're being told that you don't. We're about to buy the house. And, we really want to make sure we have good internet because it's important because of my wife, blah, 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 blah. So Spectrum told me that they sent a van, drove by the house, and confirmed that, yes, we actually do service that. It's fine. Turns out they don't actually service here. So either they went to the wrong address, which is possible because we have had GPS issues with this address, or they just lied and said they sent a van out when they actually didn't. Because I'll be honest, we probably would not have bought this house if we had known that we couldn't get Spectrum. We like the house. We like where it is. There's a lot about it we love, but had we known that, we probably would have kept looking. Maybe we would have came back to it. Maybe we could have talked them down a little bit off the price. But yeah, Spectrum completely hosed me by telling me that they serviced this house when they actually didn't. Just a little bit bitter about that, let me tell you. All right, before I get too far, I need to get some healing going on here. There we go. Yeah, it does. It's that's part of the reason why I do complain about it so often is it just I do feel kind of like really, really hosed by them. And yet I still want to give them my money. I would happily give them money if they would let me. Kind of getting my main character a little bit out in front too far, probably, if there are any ambush monsters out here. He's definitely ripe for it. I still think I'd be okay, but I would like to get some support, which now I have. But I definitely got some stragglers here that are just like, they're not even really going to be part of this battle, I don't think. You my boy, Blue. Let's see here. Anything else exciting going on? We're getting close to July. So Black Widow is only like 2 weeks away. Third episode of Loki I thought was really good. I'm still really digging that show quite a lot. I'm still watching Alone. We finished binging, I think, the third season last night, and the wife started the fourth season this morning. I'm an episode behind. Um, we're either on the third or the fourth. It's the one where they actually go in pairs. I haven't watched it yet, but I saw her watching it. I saw the twist this year was that you're actually not alone on Alone. You're together on Alone. All right, Blue. Let's do this. Bam. Got him. Like I said, I think the only two characters I really need are Blue and Domingo, and then I need a healer in case they do get wrecked with a spell or just some bad algorithm / rolls. But they are so high powerful attack and they're high defense that magic hurts them, as you'll see here, like 10 points, 10, 9. But like almost all the physical attacks right now are just doing 1 point of damage against these guys. I've heard that. Might be a rumor, but it's a rumor that I've also heard. All right, Blue. Blue, 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 blue. Bam. Got him. Attack by 2, defense by 1, speed 1, 6 more hit points. Nice. Alright, so Domingo still needs some health. I may not even get down there in time to give them any. Chris is going to take forever. Xylo needs some health. Gort does not. Diane still does. Arthur needs a little bit. Kale does not. Luke does not. Blue does. Domingo does. Xylo does. And Diane does. And Arthur does. So I'm going to try to get all these grouped together so I can cast the big aura spell and get all of them. So I'm just going to have them stay there. Let this guy come to me. It's kind of a weird choice. Nice. Okay. So keep guard there. Put Arthur. So by the time I get Diane down there, or Chris down there, hopefully I'll have everybody grouped together properly. It's okay if I have people in here that don't need the magic. That doesn't really hurt anything. There we go. All right. Oh, he missed. He missed. Come on, Blue. You're better than that. All right, there we go. All right, so once again, I need to get all these people grouped together. All right. I think I had it right the first time. There we go. So not only does this give everybody healing, but that's also the fastest way to level up your healers. Just let them do heals like this, and then they get experience every time. Ooh, got some range on him. Pow! That is no joke. Ba-ba-ba. All right, hopefully this will do it. All right, here we go. Looks like we have some chests in this battle too. All right, so I actually think I am going to call it here because I don't think I want to get into this battle because that's going to take me a while. So I'll have him egress back to the last town. I'll save it, and then this is where we will pick up. Today Friday? Yeah, I guess we'll pick up Monday. Again, I'm not exactly sure where I am in terms of the game, but I'm pretty sure I'm getting close to the end. I think I read at one point in time that there are 30 battles in the whole game, and I've I know I'm over 15. I think I'm closer to 20, uh, maybe even on the other side of 20. So I think we're like 70% of the way done to the game. So probably if I can make it all of next week, it'll probably be that. One change for next week, I've signed my kids up for a summer role playing game camp. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, they're going to be playing Pathfinder Second Edition from 1 until 3. So on those days, I probably will either not stream or I will stream before or after their thing. I haven't decided yet what that's going to look like. But Monday, Wednesday, Friday should be normal. I'm not sure about Tuesday, Thursday yet. So if I end up missing a couple days, then it may take me obviously a couple extra, a week or so uh, to finish everything up. So there we go. Thank you, Sumki, for hanging out. Enjoy the movie tonight. Geigar, thank you for hanging out as well. Sorry that some people that used to count as a friend turned out to be jerks, but don't let it keep you down too bad. A lot of people in this world are good. Not all of them, but some of them. And hopefully you'll make some friends and be able to do stuff like that. Or, I don't know, enjoy yourself being alone. That's part of it too. I've not played Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I don't know anything about it. I've heard that it is sort of trying to marry up closer to 5e. I don't know if that was intentional, like, hey, they're trying to ride 5e, but it is, I think, more of a lighter version. It's not Mathfinder like Pathfinder has been called, but I don't know anything about it. But if I'm able to participate, I might hang out and talk to the person who's running it and that kind of thing. So maybe I'll have more information about it next time we talk. Well, maybe not on Monday, but maybe after that. So thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend, and hopefully we'll see you soon.